Okay, Brian from Garage Mahal. This is our Bronco Sport Big Bend edition, and I figured I'd give you a view of underneath. So this vehicle is 2 years old. You see some rust here, not a big deal, kind of like superficial, but just to kind of give you an idea of the parts, the control arms on either side. Pretty interesting. This is plastic. Pretty surprised they're actually using a plastic part in that, but that's your sway bar linkage. I guess not that big of a deal, but however, plastic on vehicles just kind of on suspension systems is always kind of weird to me, but I guess that's the trend. So that's your lower control arm, your lower ball joint, your strut, and then obviously this is your windshield underneath that protects makes it more aerodynamic and protects the undercarriage, but you can see that's kind of plastic, kind of like felt covered, helps with road noise. And then just going under, this is your exhaust system, and then this is your rear suspension system as well. And again, more plastic for your sway bar linkage in the rear. And then all these control arms are on the smaller side, but it's not a very large vehicle. That's your fuel tank. And then just basically kind of going around, that's just another view. And then that's your little tiny exhaust pipe right there. So it's a dual exhaust on the muffler. Pretty interesting. So and that is your rear gearbox, your rear differential. And obviously putting a tow package on this would be a little interesting since that's your rear bumper. But again, this is more of a sports vehicle without really a need for a towing capacity. But so that is your rear bumper underneath there. And again, kind of gives you the whole underview of that. So that's going up into your cats. Your oxygen sensor up there. All right, let me get this this front panel down, and I'll show you the area that you drain your oil from. Okay, so that is the windscreen, basically taken off, and this kind of gives you the other view. There is about 10 to 12 of these. It is basically a T27, just to kind of give you an idea what that looks like. And basically that screen sits up in here, and then there's a tab here, better camera view. So basically what you're doing is you're kind of like pushing forward and then pulling down. And then this is your transmission box here, and a daddy long leg spider. And then this is your oil drain valve. It looks like this is kind of like a new feature on here. Pretty interesting. Let me get the oil pan in place. Okay, so it looks like we basically just kind of like twist it, and then we're gonna pull out. And there we go. So that's a new feature. Pretty cool. Makes it easier to drain your oil for sure. Just let that drain out. Pretty neat. And then on the other side, that is your oil filter. Pretty easy to get to. So it's right there on the other side of your oil drain plug. And let me move that so we're not going to be dripping anywhere. And then I'll kind of get that in place so we can get the oil filter out. Okay, and then to put this back in, we basically just kind of put that up in there, twist it around, and then it will find its home in there. Again, interesting way to do a new oil plug, but there you go.